It's really interesting. When I get a phone call, my camera goes off, so I have to start over. So I was mentioning about the Gentry's Marina and Hanakahau and uh, those people. I had friendly conversations with them, but obviously there's something, I'm not sure, but there's something under the table. There is something under the blanket, under the radar. There is something going on that I don't know about. I've heard all kinds of stories about this vessel and the interaction of this vessel with the haul out people. When I first went into the haul out people, I here in Hawaii, in Kona, Hawaii, I told them I had a vessel, the link. They gave my name, they gave me the paperwork, they approved me. They said no problem, this is the money that would be paid. I got the money together, I was all excited, but I failed to tell them the name of the boat. Now, why would the name of the boat matter, right? It's me, I'm the one that's responsible for it. But there's something about that boat that is secret that I still don't know about. So I'm here in Hawaii. The boat sunk about 6 miles out at 1,400 feet, and it sunk not because I wanted it to sink, not because we neglected anything. It's because the vessel wasn't safe to be out in the water. Now, with a bunch of pumps and battery and a bunch of stuff that I had already rigged up on the vessel, it was okay to go from one harbor, which is called Kauai, to Hanakahau and have it hauled out. I had faxed a document, I had talked with them for a month, but right at the last, something happened, and I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna find out. I wanna know why we were suddenly told we can't come in. I need to know this. And that's why I'm in Hawaii, so I will be hopefully going to the Philippines soon. We were going to take this vessel, sail it to the Philippines, a beautiful vessel. It was going to be a wonderful sailing vessel. We lost it, and there's a reason why. I'm not sure why. There was something going on with the haul out people, with the broker for the boat, Pacific Yachts and Boats, with the state of Hawaii, and they used us. They used our little humble, poor, broke ministry to get rid of a vessel. Why did they want to get rid of it? Because the slip that it was in was wanted by another big yacht. As soon as we were pushed out, this new yacht went in, and they now have the vessel. There is a 15-year waiting period. You cannot get slips for big boats, so they will do practically anything to pay for a slip. But the state of Hawaii did something so that can't be done. You have to actually own the boat to be able to put it in a slip. So brokers have figured out ways to get around that. And so whatever happened, I know that it was maybe legal, maybe shady, maybe not real honest, maybe, maybe okay, but the fact that it put our life at risk, the fact that it pushed us out in an unsafe vessel that wasn't ready to go out to sea, the fact that we were told in a stipulation that if we took the donation, we would have to haul it out. But those people that donated it and stipulated that, like the broker, knew that it was not going to be hauled out because it was impossible to haul out, because they knew that something happened, or there was some disagreement or maybe friction between the haul out people and the boat itself, or the owners of the boat, that they would not haul it out. Okay, so they knew that. I've talked to many witnesses. Many people knew that that boat was not welcome in the harbor that we were told we had to take it out at. So guess what? This contract, this agreement took place when I was in California. So I'm going to be headed out of Hawaii soon, and I'm going to be litigating this in California. And I probably will do multiple small claims actions to multiple people, $7,500 each, just to have them. This is kind of like a fine. This is just to hold them accountable. This is to help the men that died and the people that died prior in situations like this, that have put through this, and we've got those people's names. One man, this last 2016 in particular, and his family, we're going to be correlating and negotiating or talking with him in an action, and the people in the future, to help them as well. We don't wish anything bad. I'm not trying to hurt anyone with this. I want to show that I'm not only loving and kind, and I'm willing to take a vessel out and risk my own life to go to the Philippines to help people, and to go to Micronesia and go to these islands. And I'm willing to forgive these people. but I'm also a person who is willing to fight for the little guy. I'm willing to fight for those people who died. I'm willing to fight for the people who could be in difficulties. Let me explain something. This Hanakahau Harbor is full of hundreds of expensive yachts. These are people who have slips. They have these big boats. They're in perfectly new, nice condition. They're all out there doing charter fishing. They're commercial. They're income producing. They're not mission minded. They're striving to be ahead, to be at the top, to make money. They're looking after themselves. Now, I don't know every single one. I'm just saying that in my experience and looking into that harbor and meeting people and looking, you just go there and you look, it's full. These are people who are in it for the business, the majority of them, okay? And it's really sad when a little guy comes in and there's no place to go when they're in need. There was a big swell coming in. We were basically told, we got a call from State of Hawaii, DLNR is what they're called, Department of Natural Land and Resources, and we got a call from Gentry's haul-out people saying, you better not be coming this way. We cannot help you. You cannot come in. Even though they knew that there was a north swell coming in, that I couldn't anchor offshore anywhere, which is a legal area to do, but I couldn't do that. Even though they knew that I couldn't sail, everybody knew. I personally went to their offices. I personally told them that the boat was taking on water. We could not stay out at sea, but I was purposely forced out of the slip by Rich at Pacific Boats and Yachts. I was forced out by different people at the harbor, by DLNR, and told that I could not be in that slip and in that harbor, and by other captains of other boats told me that I'd be fined. So I've decided to take legal action for the sake of helping the people in the past that died, holding the people accountable who murdered those people. They murdered them. If you purposely do something for your own financial gain, knowing that it could cause someone harm, and they die from it, don't you consider that to be murder? I do. And that man died out at sea. I'll tell you more about him in another video, but he was pushed out just like I was, out of the same harbor, headed to the same island that I was headed to, and he went under the same conditions, financial situations, vessel situations. Maybe I had a bit more money and ability to fix it, but he needed time. Time was not given. He was forced out. He was told he needed to leave. Now, what people are going to say out there in the marine world, maritime world, they're going to say things like, oh, you just declare a state of emergency and you just go in. Same as airports. You know, the traffic controller is trying to tell you, you cannot land, or you can land at this time, or get in your, right position where you're going to, in the pattern where you're going to land, get in order behind other planes. But if you say you're out of fuel, if you say I'm coming in for a landing, there better be an emergency. Well, guess what? I could have done that, but why didn't I do that? I'll tell you why. Because I'm a ministry. We are a small ministry. We're not in this world and in this island area of Hawaii to push ourselves in where we're not welcome. We will risk our life for the Hawaiian people. We will risk our life for the Filipino people. We will risk our life for any people, anybody. Even if you're a Muslim or a atheist or a pagan, I don't care who you are and what you believe. If you are a human being, even if you don't like me, even if you're out to hurt me, I will risk my life to go and help you. And so it goes against our mission statement, goes against everything that we believe, to push ourselves in somewhere. People need to know that. That if you're in a harbor world, if you're in charge of a harbor, that not everybody is going to be pushy and force themselves in. They may be willing to give up their life to just be kind and stay away if that's what they're told to do. And that was our situation. We made it clear we were desperately in need. We made it clear that we were going to drown, that we could die, which did almost happen because the boom fell right on the life raft, almost hit my son and my cousin while I bailed off. I saw that happen with my own eyes. We came that close to dying. It popped the raft. My son put his finger in the hole. We survived. The vessel went down and Coast Guard was in the area and our EPIRB went off and we got rescued. You can look at the pictures. It was more traumatic than I can imagine. I still have heartache and pain from just reliving that event and what happened and knowing how close we came to death. For Hanakahau Harbor, for Gentry's, for Richet Pacific Yachts and Boats, and I'm going lightly on Ed Merrick, the man that donated it, because I really felt and sensed in the conversations that he, even though he's a little bit rough and gruff with his conversations and everything, because he was a sergeant or a commanding officer in the military in Vietnam, 72 years old. He's a little bit rough, but still, I've seen tears in his eyes, and I have seen him truly caring, and he cared about me, and he gave me this vessel, and he made sure I had things on it, and he wanted me to haul it out, and he told me I needed to haul it out. He told me about some of the things that he had done to it, and possibly there was some cracking during the time it was at Gentry's. But why wouldn't they pull it out? He showed me receipts. He had paid over $40,000 for it to be stored at Gentry's. Plus, he paid for the haul out twice. Why would they not be kind to him? Plus, I'm a new person. I was willing to pay for everything to have it hauled out. I even contracted with a man, 2 different people who were going to do the work for me. And I explained that, and 3 of us personally met the owner of Gentry's, the man who was doing the work. And I shook Gentry's owner's hand. Gary, told him, promised him, I'm going to pay for this. I will pay for all of it in advance, up front. We will take care of this. We will sign any contract so you're not liable. But still, they would not help us. Why? We're going to find out. And we are going to do whatever we can. I personally will do whatever I can. And because these contracts were done in California, that allows me to file cases in California. That means they will have to come to California. I'll subpoena people. They'll have to travel to California. And they'll have to answer these questions. We're going to do this. If anyone thinks I shouldn't do this and go forward with this and help, not the big guys, because they got it covered, but the little guys, the little sailors that come in, the missions, the ministries, people like YWAM, they're big, but still, they lost someone at sea. I am very passionate about seeing things like this go that are wrong, that are fraud. I'm going to expose this, and I'm going to figure out a way. If I have to start a foundation that will help these people, these little guys at these harbors. Hawaii is known to be the most unfriendly, hostile waters in the world when it comes to the government. And I understand. I totally understand that because of the hippie days, if you want to call them that, and because of the people that built all kinds of boats and came in with their plywood trimarans and whatnot from California, wherever, going all around this water, it became very difficult, and there was people losing their lives. There's probably way less people losing their lives now because they have chased those people away and made these waters so unfriendly and made it so there's no place for them to go. I understand that, but there still is a need for kindness. There still is a need to for example, say yes to a ministry like us. The Kalapa House of Charity has been housed thousands of people, fed thousands of meals. I don't know how many since the 1970s, early 70s, when my family started, and then I started the Kalapa House of Charity, and it's continued now around the world. Just look at our YouTube. We've got almost 2 million views per month. Sure, you might watch this video and only see 5 or 10 views, but this is just one of thousands of videos that are out there that I have posted. We want to make a difference. The Kalapa House of Charity received this vessel. It had a purpose. It didn't have to die. We are going to start a website, bubbalink.com. We are going to start many different movements regarding this vessel. It is not going to be gone down to 1,400 foot in vain. In fact, we believe God's going to give us a better vessel. We're just waiting for the people to step forward. We don't want to fight this through. We just want the people that cause this pain and this difficulty to others and to us and to people in the future to be held accountable. If this is the state of Hawaii, if this is the harbor people, if this is the brokers, if this is even the owner, if I find out that he was involved, if witnesses come forward, there are several things that he has done that cause me to question his integrity. But overall, he has shown compassion. I am going to investigate everything, and I'm going to hold everyone accountable by filing legal complaints wherever I have to file them. But as of now, I'm going to be leaving Hawaii, and I will be filing them probably in Hawaii and California, but definitely in California with the people who I had contracts with. See, when you make a contract over the phone, a lot of people don't know this. When a contract is made over the phone or email, if one person is in one area, one person is in another area, whatever area the person is who wants to file it first, the complaint, they get to file that. And even if someone files the complaint in another place, you can file a cross complaint. You can file what's called, your countersuit or your counter complaint. So we can amend these. We can also do depositions. I plan on doing a lot of depositions now as my own attorney. It doesn't cost me much. I can pay for the conference room, or maybe we can get another conference room. But typically depositions can cost anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 for a deposition. We're going to do a lot of depositions. We are going to do whatever we can to twist, if you want to call it, not the arm, because I don't want to hurt anyone, but to put tension and pressure so that these people will apologize and start a movement to create a situation where when a situation like this happens, there is a place for someone to go rather than to die. You understand what I mean? There's no reason why anyone should die. There could be a system put in place where the state comes in and says, hey, this vessel needs to be pulled out, needs to be made safe. Even if it's going to cost someone, even if it's going to cost the haul out people, they have insurance. That's what insurance is for. That's why you have insurance. It's for liabilities, to deal with these sorts of situations. If you're in business, if you have a business, there's always going to be something that could cost you money. And you have to be prepared for that. And you can't sacrifice people's lives and hurt people just to keep your profits up. That's going to end up hurting your business in the end. And I'm going to make sure that people know that these are issues that need to be dealt with, and we need to deal with them right away and soon before more people get hurt. So God bless. 17 minutes, 20 seconds. We've got more videos to come. If you are a boater or you're someone in Hawaii or anywhere in the world who agrees with these things, you let me know. If you think I'm being too strong, you think I'm being too harsh, please let me know. Watch the previous videos, my thoughts about the Philippines, my thoughts about Hawaiians, my thoughts about Americans. Tell me what you think. These are just my thoughts. I mean, doesn't mean I'm right. I'm still in a learning phase. I can still learn. Give me your comments. I'd like to learn from you. God bless.